So we have our 0.7 wire over here with us, and 0.7 wire is the most commonly used wire for the Adam clasp in the Hawley retainer device, and it is used for the uh, for making the shape of the Adam clasp, and as well as for the retainer devices, and for the expandable devices, and parallel rapid device as well, and many other ortho appliances. So today we are gonna make the item class. So we can take the wire like you can take measuring by your arm or the hand, but I was just taking this long. It probably be too long, but it's just for the study purpose, so we are gonna take this wire. Okay, we have this is a little bit bent in the wire, so we have to make sure like the wire should be straight enough. Okay, so mostly our wire is straight now. So now we are gonna um, make the item clasp. We take the measurement from the tip of the cusp from the mesial and distally, and we make sure like it should be like down the bottom, and we already like carve a little bit from both sides, from here and here, and now we are gonna make the item clasp. For this purpose, first we will do the 90-degree bend, and for the 90-degree bend, the round beak should be facing toward you, and the square beak facing toward the other side. Okay, and don't like take the wire and curve from the middle. Don't put from the middle, just a little bit side from the middle. Okay, first 90 and then a little bit slide of like 70 or 60 toward like the square. Now we will do another. Now here we already take the we will mark on the other side. For this purpose we will hold the wire on the one side, or we can just hold the wire like this. Okay, whichever is easy for you. And now we will mark on the other side. Now we don't bend like straight, we have to like bend a little bit curve and make a cross or an X on the wire. Okay, now we will make the eyelets. So the eyelets should be like turned. You can just take the round beak, that try to use the tip of the beak from the round and square. The round beak should be outside and the square beak should be inside. Okay, and forcefully firmly grip the plier and hold the wire, and push force on this wire and bend toward outside. Just be careful, use safety goggles. So you can see Now we will give another bend on the other side. Always make sure the wire should be parallel to each other, and the size of the the eyelet should be also parallel. If you see like one eyelet is a little bit bigger than the other one, you can also like use the three prong, and the single prong will go inside and the dual prong will go outside the eyelet like this. And now you can just make a little bit shorter as well. Okay, if it doesn't work for you, you can also use this one, the square and the round beak ply, and put some force on the around the eyelets. Okay, to make sure both eyelets look the same. So now you can see the shape of the eyelid is properly fitted. Okay, now we will curve the eyelid or invert a 45-degree angle towards mesially or distally or in between the embrasures. Okay, so 45-degree from the mesial, 45-degree from the distal. Make sure it will cover the tooth. Okay, you can see this. Now do not start with both of the wire. For the next step, always do one by one. Now we will make a 90-degree bend from the second in between center or on the occlusal surface, but make sure it doesn't bother the mandibular bite when a person or a patient is doing the biting. It shouldn't be bothered. The wire should be like mostly go inside. Okay, so first we will do the 90-degree bend. For this one, put your round beak inside like this. Okay, like this. Okay, so and your pliers should be like this, in between like this. And now bend this wire toward inside. So you can see how we can disappear this wire. This piece, the round, is disappeared in between these two cusps, in between the embrasure and in between the occlusal surface. We always keep these points in mind so the patient doesn't have any problem during biting. Now we will bend to make a shape of these two cusps. We will make a bend in the center of the teeth. If we want to make the shape of these two cups, we will make a bend in the center of the this wire. Okay, like down, and then again bring it up. So you can see here is like a design. Now we will check. So you can see it give the shape of the cusp. Now we will make another bend on the palate side or on the lingual side of the tooth to make sure this wire will come over here inside. Okay. Your wire is always depend on the bends you are making. Okay, so always make sure the bends. Now you can just cut the piece of the wire from here, the as much you need it. Okay, and now you can see it is like not fitted here, so we will just open a wire a little bit. Okay, if you can see or measure by your eye, you can also measure, or you can also use a Sharpie to make a bend over here. Okay, and I will straight up this bend as well. So you can see there is a lot of space over here, so we will shorten the space. So first press this and then press this out. Okay, the wire is always depend on the bends you are making. Okay, now it is coming in between the lingual side, in between the aperture, and it is fitting toward the palate, but make sure the wire should be 1 mm above the palate so we can place the acrylic and we will see like what is going on. Okay, because the acrylic should cover this wire as well from, and the wire shouldn't bother the customer once the acrylic is done. So for this purpose we will just take the wire a little bit out and we will make a dog leg over here on the tip toward the palate. So you can see how it is bending here and it is giving the space of 1 mm, and it is a dog leg toward the palate. It is not bothering the bite of the customer. You can see the wire from here. If the bite is coming here, okay, the wire is not here. Always try to make the wire like this. The item clasp should be like this. It shouldn't be touching the other teeth. It always come in between. Okay, now we will do the other one. We will open this wire. As you can see, there is some space in between the tooths. So we will open the wire and make sure the wire should be come in the center. For opening the wire, put the round wig inside the eyelet and just a little bit. Okay, so this is fine. And now you can check this. Now once again we are gonna give the 90-degree bend on this side toward the lingual and inside the palate. So it will be same. Put your ply, the round beak inside the eyelet, the square outside the eyelet toward the teeth surface. Now give the 90-degree bend. but don't give the 90-degree firmly. We have to straighten up the wire. We have to see the in between the size and everything step by step. Now we will do the straighten up the wire by firmly grip the wire from the 90-degree bend. Okay, and so you can see I placed the plier 90-degree over here, the round square beak, sorry, and now I am giving the this beak just a little bit, not too much, just a little bit, to see the wire should become. Okay, okay, so you can see the wire came in between the occlusal surface of the teeth. Now we'll give another bend. Okay, now the wire is in between on top of the occlusal, and now we will give the 90-degree bend, but we have to check step by step. Now I will cut the piece of wire because the wire is too long and I know it will definitely bother. Now we will so you can see by placing the wire here, the eyelet is above, so we have to fix this part. For this we have to open the wire from this edge, because before it was good. If the wire is good, then you have to see like where is the issue. So you can see now the eyelets are toward the in the space. So you can see now it is fit in between the tooths, and also it is toward the palate. The wire toward the palate is now perfect. Now we will bend the wire toward the mesial surface toward the center, because when we put the acrylic should become like this surface in the horseshoe. So the horseshoe is the perfect one. Okay. So now we will give a turn of this wire toward the mesial or toward the central. For this we can just take out the wire, and from the center of this wire we'll just curve this wire like this, and also this one like this. So our perfect Adam clasp is ready, and you can see how perfectly it is fitted in the occlusal bite toward the eyelids, and also the palate, the dog bite, the 90-degree bends, the occlusal surface is smooth. Okay.